Hello and welcome to the last vlog here from south of France with a beautiful sunset, a sky like that. I will miss it, so make sure you subscribe and thumb up the button because I will move on tomorrow. Next stop Germany, and of course vlogging every day. This will not stop, so make sure to follow me and I will take you around Europe with me. Today, as the last vlog here from south of France, I wanted to talk about how to find a great stock. I believe that this is a topic that people look for it. I will not tell you about how a great stock should be valued, or however you are looking for dividend or growth stocks, but how to find a great stock. So let's go! Wow, so I had a great time here, and I hope you as well with my last vlogs. And today I want to talk about how to find a great stock. It's actually super easy and super fun, because if you are wanting to see new companies that you want to invest in, I believe it's you have to we will go through a couple of categories, and the first one is news. News is very important, and I'm not talking about only CNBC or Bloomberg. You should study this websites and news, business news, of course, every day, and see which companies are talked about, which industries are talked about. I found already great stocks from this business news, and super important for your daily research. But when it's already there, it's mostly too late. So if you find a stock there that is interesting, then it's mostly too late, because the mass media talk about already the stock, and when the mass media already talk about the stock, then you basically are already too late, because then the stock maybe did already 200-300%, and then you are in the risk that the company stock will go down, and the investors will take some of the profits. Not only that, but also I think once you decided for an industry or a stock, go into the deeper news, go into the forums, the people like, for example, Tesla. If you're interested in Tesla stock, look for the specific Tesla or e-vehicle websites and news sites, so you make sure that you not only watch Tesla news but also competition news and where they are. And you see, by doing this, you need a lot of time. So once a very interesting and very wise investor, hedge fund manager, one of the most successful, Peter Lynch, said that you can, as a, let's say, hobby, maximum look for 3-4 stocks and be always on the news on the stocks, because otherwise if you are going to 10, 15, 20 stocks, then you need to make it full time, because then you will need like 10-12 hours per day to look for news and to watch the stock market. So let's go to the next one. The next source I believe is super important nowadays is social media. Social media, with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can find not only super interesting channels like Wolf of Dubai, so make sure to subscribe and thumb up this video to support this channel. But also you have other channels like, I love financial education, Andre Jing. You have other Swen investing on YouTube is also quite interesting. So you have every niche has its expert, and it's, I think, a great input every day that you watch a couple of different videos, or you scan social media like Instagram or Facebook about news, and then you think, wow, this is very successful. Who is behind this industry? Who is the leader in this industry? How is the market share of this industry? Pick the top people or the companies that have the biggest market share, and then make sure to check out these companies. And this is how you find interesting titles as well. So social media definitely one of the biggest source nowadays. I think maybe even more important than news and forums. Definitely more than news, I guess. And let's go to the next one. The next is one of also the most important things, in my opinion. Go through life with open eyes. I believe this is one of the most interesting advices that I personally got in my investing career. Go through life, see what people are using, in which trends they are, what they are wearing, what they are consuming, you know. If you have seen a couple of years ago, a lot of people having these cups with this green logo, you know, Starbucks. You could be tremendous successful with the stocks. Or if you have seen the trend that, you know, people 2007, 2008, you start using the iPhone. You know, I came a little bit late into the Apple investment, like 2010, 2009, when the iPhone 4 came out, I believe, and had also a couple of months very, very good gains. You know, so if you are going into the trend, of course, it's also too dangerous if you see a trend and it's just a short-lived trend, or you're too early or too late. But I believe you should go through life with open investment eyes, and this can bring you a lot of positive vibes, and of course a lot of gains and positive investment profit. You should also definitely define for you what is the great stock, because I just recently introduced 3 different investor types. You can be either a value investor, a dividend investor, or a growth investor, and for each of them some other attributes or characteristic of a stock are more important. So let's say, for example, the growth investor. So the growth investor looks more into how much the company grow over the last year, what was the revenue growth, and so on and so forth. So this is important for a growth investor. For a dividend investor, you know, maybe the product and the growth in the future is not that important, but what is important for him, how much dividend the stock pays him. So it is important to make sure that you know which kind of stocks you are looking for, because for each of them a different definition is of course important to find the right stock and a great stock for you. And addition to that, I wanted to show you a real quick nice tool that I use also to find characteristics in stocks, and how I can find good stocks according to my personal important metrics that I use for investing. So have a look. So this is Finvizcom, which I wanted to share with you because I think it's a super interesting stock market instrument. And the website is actually called Finvizcom, so very easy to remember. And you can also search for companies and profiles and tickers and so on. Here you have all the market main news, important companies and sectors that are important to watch. And then actually you go here to screener, which is basically the most important thing. So here you can check the market cap. You can choose and select you want to look only for companies over 2 billion market cap, or small or micro companies, and you can you can say they should be IPO'd since a week, or new companies on the stock market. You can filter by sector. So if this all help you to find a great number of stocks, or a couple of handful of good stocks, then make sure that you follow before investing. Follow the stocks for a couple of weeks to make sure how was the earnings, how the company developed, what is the recent news, you really have to think about the same of a stock like to buy a property. Like when you're buying a property, you also, you know, check the market. What is the neighborhood? Does the property has any major failures or you know, different kind of damages and so on? You really check the house before you buy in, because you hold the stock for a long time. If you're a long-term investor, of course. If you're a day trader, then maybe this video is not so valuable for you, but I believe that, you know, or the history actually showed that long-term investors definitely will win the game on long-term and always made profit. So let me know which stocks are you following and how you find great stocks. I'm super excited to hear about your investment and research capabilities. Thank you very much. Make sure to check out all the other videos, and don't forget, the grass is greener on the other side.